Hi everyone, today's video is going to be something a little bit new for me, and if you have been watching me for a while, you might know that I have this series on my channel and it's called Do You Really Need It? And in that series, sorry my nose itches, I kind of talk about items that I've bought recently and do you really need them? Are they really that unique in your collection? Are they really something that you should buy based on what you already have, if that makes sense? Because I feel like we get really caught up in the hype, and I do too, I'm not like judging, trust me. You know, you get really caught up in the hype or these new items and you're like, I gotta have them. I mean, I don't have anything like it. And then you buy them and then you take them home and you're like, oh, I have 7 palettes that have pretty much the same thing. So I've done that. I have that whole playlist. I'll list it down below. I'm going to keep doing that, don't get me wrong. But today we're going to do something slightly different. And it's why I'm not going to buy it. And so what I've done is I've kind of pulled items from my collection that I think are very similar to a product. And I'm kind of focusing in on just one product, well really two, and it is from the new holiday collection. And the first one is this palette. Can y'all see that really well? Let's turn the brightness all the way down. That doesn't help, does it? This is the new Urban Decay Heavy Metals palette. It is $55 right now at Ulta. And if you look, it's got all sparkle shades, or they're calling it their heavy metal formula. It's supposedly a brand new formula. And you have your neutrals on this side. Oops. Your neutral shades on this side, and then your really colorful shades on this side. A mirror in the middle, all glittery. I did talk about this on my Will I Buy It? I'm not really that interested in it. But, I mean, I am, but I decided not to buy it because of the packaging. And the one that I feel like is really also very similar is $59, and it's available at Sephora. And it's this Fenty Beauty Galaxy palette. Now, again, you can see these are all shimmery shades. A lot of neutrals, and then like this light blue, these two blues, this pink, that green and orange. So just and that green. So a bunch of shimmer shades as well. Now from what I have seen on reviews, and I have not bought either one of these, which is why I was kind of hesitant to make this, but I don't want, it's very easy in the YouTube world, if you will, especially for someone like me who, I have 1,000 subscribers and I think that is amazing. I'm super excited and proud and so grateful. Please don't get me wrong. But I'm not one of these YouTubers that has millions of subscribers or even hundreds of thousands where every single video I post is going to get a few thousand views. I very, very rarely get that. And that's okay. But in doing that as well, I know I cannot buy makeup solely for video purposes. I can't buy makeup that it's like, oh, I can review this. Like if I want it, that's a different thing. But you know, I just can't do that, if that makes sense. And so if I bought either one of these palettes, I really want this one. I want the Urban Decay one more than the Fenty Beauty one, honestly. But if I were to buy either one of these palettes, it would just be for a video sake. So I can't do that because of the size of my channel, and that's okay. But I also don't think you should buy them, and I'm going to tell you why. So from what I have heard, the Fenty Beauty seems like they're mainly glitter toppers. They're not very opaque. The base shade is not showing up. You need to use your finger. You need to use a glitter glue, something like that. I have heard that the Urban Decay Heavy Metals, you can use these dry brush, no glitter glue. You can just put them on with a brush. So these I've heard are a lot more opaque than these. Oh, that's my makeup for today. Than these shades. But, so they're not really the same, but if you want some good shimmers, you probably have them. I'm going to go first with a couple of singles. Colourpop, y'all. You want some shimmers that are going to show up on your eyes? Colourpop. I'll just swatch a couple of these. This is the shade Sugar. Now, this is probably more similar to the Fenty Beauty, where it's kind of a glittery top coat. But look at that, $5. $5. This is $14. I mean, okay, this is 14 shadows. 14 times 5 is 70. So you could, if you were going to buy, you know, a corresponding Colourpop shade to each one of these, it would be $70. So, you know, but you also probably don't necessarily need it. And then this is the shade Weenie, and this is a lot more opaque. I'm thinking this is more similar to the Urban Decay Heavy Metal formulation. Like, look at those two shadows. They're gorgeous. I don't love the whole applying eyeshadow with my finger thing. It's just not my favorite. But for these, I'll do it. I also have... Did I put it in the wrong spot? I think I did. Here it is. I have this tinky little brush. I got this with the Urban Decay Ammo palette. It's just a very synthetic flat shader brush. And this also works for those eyeshadows as well if you really are anti using a brush. But I feel like Colourpop, I'm sorry, you don't really care about the names. It's hard to hold a bunch. These Colourpop shades, they're going to do you the same thing. And they're $5. So there's that. They are available at online and they're coming to Sephora. So there you go. Similarly, I have a bunch of pigments. A bunch. Today I have on this Tarina Tarantino one. I have that just over my eyeshadow and I love the way it turned out. I have a bunch of Geek Chic Cosmetics ones. They're really, really great. So pigmented, so shiny. I've done a review of 2 different Geek Chic cosmetic sets, and I'll link both of those below. L'Oreal Infallibles. I feel like people, like, kind of still love these, but they never talk about them. This is the shade Endless Sea, okay? Like, what more could you want? I know that these are singles, and they're a little bit of a pain. But, y'all, you have beautiful shades. And MAC, I have some MAC pigments. Let's just... This is from the Nutcracker Sweet collection. What shade is this? This is going to be the shade Sugar Rush. Hold on, I want to wipe off my fingers a little bit. And this one is... Well, that one's not actually that shiny. But MAC has glitters. If you want, like, just a plain glitter. Ugh, love that shade. And then let's do the shiny pigment in the shade Star Dream. They have a little pigment set. They have them again this year. I'm debating getting some. I haven't decided yet, honestly. I'm going to go into store. Some things I feel comfortable buying online. Like, if there's, you know, like Too Faced just had a big sale, so I bought some things. If you follow me on Instagram, you already know that. So there's that shade Star Dream. So beautiful and metallic. You wet your brush, you use a glitter glue, you know, it's perfect. But what I was saying, some things I'll buy online, some things I want to swatch in store. I also have a lot of these Mask pigments, and these are amazing. I got these in subscription services. So yeah, you don't have to have necessarily the exact same pigments I do, but you got pigments. And if you want some glitter, let me put these away because I'm about to spill them everywhere, and that would be embarrassing. You want some glitter, let's be honest. Everyone's talking about the Stila glistening globes. Now, I will be on, I have just purchased, and it hasn't come in yet, so I can't show you in person. This guy from the Ulta Beauty set website. They also have it at the Sephora website, I believe. And this is the Stila Written in the Stars Glisten and Glow Liquid Eyeshadow Set. For $25, you get 3 mini sizes. Now, for glitters, how often do you use them up? Like, never. But these are super opaque and just like glitter. So if you want like some bam glitter in your face, get those. $25 for 3. So, you know, I'm just saying, I'm not trying to like knock on anything. Oh well. I'm just saying, like, you have other things in your collection. Now, you might say, okay, yeah, girl, but those are all, whatchamacallits. Those are all singles. I like palettes, so, you know, I can still buy it. Let's talk about some shimmers that you might have already. I don't love the Lorac palettes. I've talked about it many, many times, kind of beating a dead horse with it. I'll link some videos. These are in my least favorite palettes videos. They're in my palettes I regret buying. Just some things like that. And the reason is because of how they work together. You want to use one shade. This is the Lorac Pro 2. Let's just swatch this silver. That is a gorgeous shimmer shade. This was $32. They also have a Mega Pro out right now for excuse me. This was $42. Did I say 32? $42. They have the Mega Pro out right now for $59. And it's got double the amount of shades. So Lorac does some beautiful shimmers. Honestly, they just do. You can't really knock it. So if you probably already have some Lorac palettes. Now, some Urban Decay palettes that I think are also a full shimmer palette. Because people are, I have heard, okay guys, you keep saying you want something different and now they're giving you something different and you're complaining. Is it different? This is the Urban Decay Ammo palette, a very old palette. All shimmer. I'm going into this blue shade because that's one of the ones that draws me in so much. Sorry. Maybe if I... There you go. Let's swatch Mildew. Now some of these are permanent Urban Decay shades. And they're very metallic and beautiful. Look at that. That's so pretty. So you might already have this. Everyone did. And there was like, what, $34 full price. They don't make that anymore. Another limited edition one that you might already have, Urban Decay Spectrum palette. This is not the full spectrum. This is just the Urban Spectrum. I love this palette. I have this Voodoo shade on my eyes today. So let's just give you some swatches here. And let's go into Deep End. You say you want some metallic-y shades. Oh, crap. I'm out of space. So you said you want some metallic, high pigment shades that are really going to show up. There you go. Gorgeous, beautiful palette. So all I'm trying to say is you probably have some things like it. Now you might have said, oh Becky, this also looks really similar to something else. Go ahead and let me know down below. Because this is what I've pulled out of my collection that I feel like seems to be the most similar. But there might be some other things. Those swatches are gorgeous. All I'm saying is let's think. Before we get caught up in the hype and buy some things. Now, trust me when I tell you, I'm about to post a huge haul. I have 3 orders coming in. In my defense, one of them was bought for my family, not for me. But I have 3 orders coming in. And once those 3 orders come in, we're having a big old haul. So I'm not saying you can't buy anything or... You know, and there are definitely things where it's like, I want it for the packaging, or I want it because of this. Y'all know, anything Disney comes out, I'm buying it. I don't care, I'm buying it. So, you know, I'm not trying to, like, make you feel bad. I'm just saying, think about it. Now, if you're like, Fenty is my, you know, Rihanna is my girl, or she said in an interview, her name was actually pronounced Rihanna, but whatever. You know, she's my girl. I love that she's doing this. I love that she has this 40 shade foundation range. I want to support that brand. I'm buying it. Cool. I'm not saying you can't buy it. But if you're kind of on the fence like I am, not about her, but about like these products specifically, here are some other options. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If there's another thing you want me to talk about, I have bought some things. I will definitely be doing some Do You Really Need It's here on this channel coming up soon. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. I really do. Let me know, as always, if you have any questions, requests, suggestions, comments. I always want to make videos you want to see. So go ahead and let me know anything like that down below. And I'll just see y'all real soon. Bye.